Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's Jedi, and today I'm actually coming to you with a little bit of a different video. I've been playing Apex since day one, to be completely honest, and just offering up some information and some tips about a few things that I've gathered over my course of playing Apex and some stuff that I've gotten from other people. So, just figured to give you a little top five tip list just to help you improve your game and some reasons why you may not be winning your games currently. Let's get into it. All right, so throughout my time playing Apex, I've noticed a few things that I initially wasn't aware of, and honestly, sometimes it may even be as just recently. But one of the big things that I've noticed initially that helps you win more games is map awareness. The big thing with map awareness is it comes down to having a plan. The biggest thing with engaging in fights or even just watching people fight, if you tend to third party, you're filthy. But if you're planning a fight or you're planning to go to a certain location, you need to have map awareness and you need to know the map. The biggest thing with that is, yes, it's fine to look at the map and know where you have to go, but you have to think about what happens outside of that. Let's say you're going to a location and you get attacked by a team, or you're setting up to attack a team and you get third party. You have to know where to escape to. If you don't know the escape routes, nine times out of 10 you're gonna get pinched. Let's say you're losing that fight and your teammate goes down, then you don't know where to go. So having map awareness and learning escape routes is very important, especially as you climb up if you're playing ranked, as you get into higher ranked lobbies. Knowing when to escape and how to escape is going to make a break between you winning or losing games. Now, the next one, and this may be a little on the nose, but a lot of people really don't think about it, is getting comfortable with your sensitivity. Now, it's cool to copy a popular streamer or pro streamer sensitivity and try that out, but the biggest thing I will say that people fail to realize is that it takes time for your mind to adjust to that sensitivity. This person may have been playing on the sensitivity for years and they already know what they have to go to and their body's used to moving to that sensitivity. You may not be in that same situation. Get used to your sensitivity, take your time, and make sure you're adjusting to it properly. If you don't like it, tweak it here and there and see if that makes it a little bit better. But don't just switch to a sensitivity, expect for it to work right away, and then you get upset and then you don't know what to do. Take your time and train your body to the sensitivity. Hit the firing range. That's a little side tip for y'all too. Before you get into a match, before you get into any rank matches, anything like that, hit up the firing range just to warm up your aim. Whether it's you want to try something new or you're just warming up to your old sensitivity. Just hit the firing range, get comfortable, and then at that point, hop into some matches and see how it goes. Next one. And this one honestly is huge, and for me personally, I didn't do this for a while either. Nothing is wrong with running down on folks and pushing the engagements and pushing the fights and trying to force people out of position, but you have to know when to disengage those fights, especially if you're playing ranked. As you rank up, even more so, you have to know when to disengage fights. The biggest thing with that is, let's put it in a ranked perspective and even in a regular games perspective. Games, you're more so playing for the wins. Ranked, you're more so playing for points. So in either situation, if you want to last longer, you have to know when to disengage. There is nothing wrong with backing away from a fight if it's not going the way that you want and coming back to it or approaching it differently. It could make or break the point between you losing or you being able to leave, wait until the team moves on, getting your teammates and respawning them, and possibly trying again further down the line. That could end up in a dub, or you still may lose, you never know. But disengaging is very, very important. Now with the next one, and this honestly I feel goes for any team-based game, but even more so in Apex. Again, this applies more as you're getting better and facing better teams. This ends up being more and more important, and that is learning multiple legends. initially in pubs and even in low rank lobbies, your team comp doesn't really matter. You can honestly play whoever you want, and 9 times out of 10 it'll work out. Even if it doesn't work out, that's fine. But as you're ranking up, your team comp matters more and more and more. And there's some legends, to me personally, I feel like just don't work out in teams. If it works out for you, that's perfectly fine. This is all based off my opinion. And they get a lot of flack, but I know currently I can list 2 off the top of my head that I don't necessarily enjoy playing with, and especially I don't enjoy playing with more so in ranked lobbies. In pubs, I don't really care, pick who you want. But me personally, in ranked lobbies, I don't really like playing with Lobas, and I don't like playing with Ramparts. So the big thing with Loba, I love her kit. That black market is useful just for quick looting, and that's perfectly fine. But my issue with Loba is everything she does is loud. Like when she's throwing her ring, you not only the fact that you see it flying, it's super loud and noticeable. Like, especially if you have good headphones, even if you're off in the distance, that ring is noticeable. And even more so with her ult, the black market. Yeah, it's cool for looting, but it don't help that thing sound like you letting off a sonic boom every time you open it up. And that just basically lets any team know that's around you, like, oh, there's a Loba here, let's go attack that. It's like you're just a walking beacon. And that's one of the things where I don't like using her as much personally. And if you're playing Loba, you gotta be smart with how you pop your ults and make your moves, because it's very noticeable and you can get ran down on real quick. Another one with Rampart, my biggest issue with Rampart is that she is a stationary legend. She requires setup time. She requires to be in one spot. And Apex is a game that you are always moving. So that's not going to be beneficial if you're trying to run down on teams, if you're trying to rotate. It's hard for a Rampart to get set up if everything requires her to stay in the same space. And those are just 2 legends off the top of my head that aren't really in good spots, and that's just for me. The last tip, and I feel like is super important. I know people that do it even if they played the game for a while, but it gets to a certain point where you need to loot first and sort later. Loot first, sort later. Yes, it's cool to get the gun that you want off the bat and get the kit that you want off the bat. That's fine and dandy, but that's not always going to be the situation. Especially if you're landing hot, you need to know how to pick everything up, use it, and figure out your backpack later. Because that time that you're taking between picking a gun or picking an attachment, doing all this window shopping at the loot crates, like, that's gonna be the time between you being ready to fight or you just getting killed in a match. Point blank, period. Loot first, grab everything. If you gotta fight, fight. If you don't fight, rotate to the next area and then take anything out that you don't need. The fast looting is going to help you 9 times out of 10 because it prepares you for engagements and prepares you for the rest of the match. And honestly, that ties back to the first point on some Brian McKnight type stuff back at 1 with having map awareness. If you know how to loot and you know how to rotate, then your map awareness is going to let you go to that next spot to get even more loot. If you know where you're going and you know how to loot, then that'll basically speed up that time and let you be prepared for these engagements. Anyway, that's it for me. Those are just simple top 5 tips. If y'all like this type of video, let me know and I can definitely do more. Like I said, I've played Apex for a while, so I've gathered a bunch of knowledge, whether it be from watching and playing. So I'm always here to help. I don't mind doing it. I enjoy this. But y'all have a good one. I appreciate it. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. Check out the Twitch. Follow the Twitch. I'm gonna be streaming 3 days a week on there: Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, 5 p.m. EST. Link will be in the description. I appreciate y'all. Don't forget to sub. And I'll catch y'all later. Peace.